We're seeing a lot about the economy and how it's impacting homes and home buyers. Our next guest knows all about that because he works for Rock Mortgage Lending. Robert is here, thankfully.
Thank you so much.
Walk us through navigating any tips or maybe any questions that you may have about the home buying market. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course.
Let's jump right in. Terms like inflation, which sound really, really scary, right? Yeah. And there was reports of it being at a 40-year high. What does that mean for prices in the housing market right now?
Well, when you think of inflation, you're thinking of kitchen table things like groceries or gas or something like that. But it's also got building material, and so inflation's really attacking the new home purchasing or new home building process, which is definitely affecting the rates. But I mean, don't kid yourself. Rates have been, prices have been going up for the last couple of years pretty aggressively.
Yeah. So you mentioned groceries because, of course, I know we've all been feeling that at the grocery store. But so along with that, houses also on the rise. Prices of homes also on the rise as well, Robert.
Yeah, just look at the numbers. I mean, year to date, nationwide, you've got property values that are up 15% year over year. And if you look at just Arkansas, we're up 21% if you go from 20 to 21. So the prices are definitely going up, and inflation is definitely compounding that issue.
Yes.
But it's just an issue that we've got to deal with.
Yeah. Ow! Did you guys feel that something? I feel like
something poked you?
Something just hit me in my pocketbook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Inflation.
Yeah. Like I've said before, I mean, it's simple economics: supply versus demand.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Well, let's talk about mortgage rates too. It looks like they're climbing also for the first time in a long time.
They've really jumped. In fact, they're double where they were a year or so ago. And but you have to keep some perspective with that. We're just now to where we were in like 2018. If you look at rates over a long period of time, the average is about 8%. So we're still way below that.
Yeah.
And we're still doing a lot of even cash out refinances. Rate term refis may be a thing of the past, but people are still wanting to upgrade their house, or the people who are going to buy are still buying, and people want to redo their house to add some creature comforts. It's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, for sure. And then home buyers, let's say they're looking for a home. What should they be looking for?
Like I said before, I mean, it requires a superhero team between a lender and a real estate agent, because I mean, you're going to be offering likely over list price to get that property, and maybe even guaranteeing the appraisal no matter what the appraisal says.
Okay.
So you've got to have some patience, but you've got to be aggressive. So being aggressive is epically important, and surrounding yourself with a good team is. It seems like every time I come on, it's more and more important every time.
Yeah,
no doubt. So,
So I love that tip that you said. Maybe be prepared to pay over, because if I'm wanting to buy a home, it's like, okay, maybe I have a percentage that I want to put down, but maybe I need to up that, or just mentally be prepared. Like, okay, if a house is at this much,
you got to budget it. Yeah,
maybe I'll go over a little bit. So that's a great tip.
Yes. And we've got some information for you on your screen. If you want to reach out to Rock Mortgage, you need that superhero team behind you. You need to bring the luck of the Irish to what you're doing. This hat that Robert has on today. So you see it right there. That's how you can reach out and get in touch. They got offices there in Fayetteville and Bentonville. There it is. I know. Four-leaf clover. I love it. Yes. Robert, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. As always, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.